Okay, the title is a bit overdramatic, but it still reigns some truth. This freaking game has been hanging over my head for the past few months now. A few months ago, I said I was going to start reviewing all of the Ninjago video games. All 4 of them, here on the channel periodically, and I was hoping to get a review out of Ninjago Nindroids before the end of 2025. If you take a look at the calendar, or the date this video was posted, if you're watching this late, you'll see this video wasn't uploaded until late February 2026. Why is that? Is it because I haven't had time to sit down and play the game? Well, that's a sound theory when I've been actually cooperating since last year, and what I have been saying is playing it has been the problem. But in reality, that's half true, because I have had this fully recorded and played through since June 27th of last year, a few days after I posted my video on LEGO Battles Ninjago. Oh my god, I thought it was later than that. I've been sitting on this for half a year? Since then, people have been asking for it. People keep asking where the next video is. So what's the holdup? What happened? Well, it's a combination of things. I did intend to just go straight into Ninjago Nindroids directly after production on LEGO Battles ended, like I said. But to be completely honest, the LEGO Battles Ninjago video was one of my most underperforming videos in a while, which kinda knocked the wind out of me.
You took my only food! Now I'm gonna starve!
However, while it sucks that happened, I wasn't gonna let that stop me from reviewing Ninjago Nindroids and Shadow of Ronin later. I was gonna ride the initial motivation I had for the project that was very much still there despite the disappointment. But then I finished playing Nindroids, and I absolutely had nothing to say. I don't remember how everything transpired because it kind of happened so fast and apparently happened 8 months ago. Once again, I'm really sorry about that. I truly did not think it was that long ago. But I think I remember trying to formulate some of the criticisms and jokes around the games like I usually do. What usually happens when I get ready to make a video is just play a video game and kind of make a rough outline in my noggin of what I wanted to say and come up with jokes and stuff. But for Ninjago Nindroids, I don't know. I just had nothing. Does this mean the game is bad? No, not really. There's just absolutely nothing impactful to talk about. Other than one thing, which I will talk about in a bit. I promise I'll make your time on this video worth it, I swear. But Ninjago Nindroids makes absolutely no impact on me at all whatsoever. The game is literally just fine. Not bad, not good, not great, not horrible. Fine. It's just fine. And with these videos, my mantra is to hopefully try not to make videos just because I feel like I need to. So since the LEGO Battles Ninjago video underperformed, that combined with me having nothing of note to say on the game, I just decided to shelve it for a bit because then I got the spark to start on the Chima retrospective, which was something I had been wanting to work on for a while. Certainly way more than a game I had nothing to say on. And since the previous video failed, I didn't think people wanted it that bad, so I just decided to shelve it and do it later. But let me tell you, that 24,000 of you are resilient, because ever since that video, I have been getting absolutely non-stop comments and requesting, begging me to do the next game. When it first started, I thought it was just 1 or 2 people, but no, more and more people kept asking for it and pleading. And you know, honestly, as much as I love you guys' dedication, not even that was motivating me because I'm not stupid. I know you guys just wanted me to get this game out of the way so I could play Shadow of Ronin. And you know what? Me too! In fact, Shadow of Ronin has actually been getting a lot of traction recently late in the year because someone ripped the cutscenes for the game with working subtitles, making the game's story a lot more accessible to more people, which once again caused more people to want me to play it and to take a look at it on the channel. And believe me, I wanted to do it just about as much as you all do. I wanted to hop in on all the Shadow of Ronin hype. It felt like the best time to upload a Shadow of Ronin video. But not only was I still in production on the Legends of Shima video, but I still had to get past this stupid game that I had no clue how to talk about and kept just shifting into the background of other topics that I actually wanted to talk about. The plan was for whenever I had the time, I was just going to sit down and and play through the entire game all over again for a second playthrough and just hope in all the high heavens that I could come up with something else to talk about. I was going to take very careful notes of literally anything I found interesting, but because I have to, actually sit down and play the game in a very busy schedule that I have with 2 channels, one of them being very busy with a Jackbox video where I was playing 2 Jackbox packs a week, wherein immediately after playing them I had to write and edit the next segment. I just had no time to do it, and frankly, I just didn't want to make the time to do it. Ninjago Nindroids is perfectly average, plain and simple. This game causes writer's blocks when any reviewer tries to review it because it doesn't do anything unique or special. I did think it was pretty cool how much the developers brought over elements of LEGO Battles Ninjago since they are the same developer, but it also combines many elements of the TT Games formula. The game feels like a regular LEGO game, but from an asymmetric angle, with the addition of the hub world. Well, it's not really a world, it's more like a hub menu, having NPCs of the characters you've unlocked just walking around and hanging out, which was something ripped straight out of LEGO Battles Ninjago. It honestly was really awesome and really just shows they developed the game, which I thought was really cute. The story is ripped from the first 5 episodes of Rebooted, even going as far as to rip episodes of the show for cutscenes. It does not subtract anything substantial except for, I think, not mentioning the love triangle. The funniest thing about it though, and literally the only thing impactful about the game, are those aforementioned cutscenes, because oh my goodness, they couldn't get the voice actors from the show into the game, whether it's a budget thing or to do with the Canadian laws, I'm not sure. I'll talk about that more in detail for Shadow of Ronin because I can't be bothered right now. But regardless of whatever it is, not only does the game not have the original voice actors, but whether they felt the need to for consistency or just didn't have the rights to, they just redubbed all the cutscenes with these actors, which lead to hilariously bad and honestly amateurish dubbing quality. Not only do I just flat out not like the voices they try to put on for these characters, at least in this game, but it's full of stock sound effects that take you right out of Ninjago Nindroids.
Let's hack this thing! Why did Borg give us the techno blades to protect? Why are they so important?
Because together, they can reboot the system, wipe the master computer clean, and destroy the Overlord virus. For good.
What is it?
I didn't come alone.
Who else is with you?
Nindroids.
Where are they? I don't see any of them! Brother?
Plus, it even does some goofy movie licensed game structuring. My favorite being this part. So there's this part in Rebooted where in episode 5 where they're in the Digiverse, Jay realizes he can spawn his vehicle, so he runs up to the window, stands on it, and jumps out. But in the game, they play the part where he runs out to the window, they fade to black, you play a whole level, and then they cut back to him running to the same window. I could not stop laughing when I saw this. I just couldn't believe it. But that little bit, I'm sorry, that's literally all I have to say about the game. I could go into a little bit more detail, but what's the point? It's a waste of time. You could get the same amount of understanding of the game by just looking at the gameplay footage. There's asymmetrical stages that play like a traditional LEGO game, and there's vehicle segments to spice it up every now and then. There are no hard levels, there aren't any amazing levels. What you're seeing right here is it. LEGO Battles Ninjago was way more interesting to talk about. The gameplay was more interesting and had frustrating segments, still looking at you find a level, and even though it was based fully on the pilot, it added and subtracted things that made for things like a geek like me to talk about. But this game, it doesn't, and despite how negative I sound, honestly, that's fine. The game plays well. It doesn't do anything impactful, but not everything has to. It just makes it boring to talk about. It can't spark meaningful conversations between nerds like something as good as Transformers Fall of Cybertron, waving your arms, explaining why the game is so awesome and spectacular, or even as bad as something like Transformers Rise of the Dark Sparks. Such negative emotion out of you that you just ran about it for like an hour in a cold sweat. Ninjago Nindroids is a painfully okay game. It adapts the LEGO formula pretty exceptionally while bringing over small elements of LEGO Battles Ninjago that make you go, aww, and the cutscenes are hilarious. But that's it. But the best part is, it's done! It's finally off my plate! I've escaped the totally okayness of the game. I can finally play Shadow of Ronin, except I'm starting on the Nexo Knights video, and that's gonna take up a majority of my time for a bit, so like, it's gonna be a little bit before I can get to it. Comment whatever you want. Tell me what you thought about this game, or if you've ever even played it or something. I don't know. I'll see you next month with a real video. I'm so sorry.